Chairman Tiffany, and I appreciate you allowing me to wave on. And I appreciate you hosting today's hearing and bringing attention to my legislation, H.R. 8682, the Accelerating Forest Management Act. Effective forest management is vital for protecting rural communities across the West, including my home state of Montana, where a nation-high 29% of our homes are at risk of wildfire damage. Without routine removal of dead and dying timber, our forests and surrounding homes are at risk of devastation. Over the past 3 decades, forests across the western United States have experienced large-scale die-offs caused by fire, insect infestations, disease, and drought. These impacts have significantly heightened wildfire risks, with BLM lands now seeing an average of approximately 240,000 acres burnt by fires each year. We've seen the consequences of ineffective forest management with devastating impacts, but the Trump administration, on the other hand, has acted swiftly to implement policies to properly manage our forest lands. In April of this year, the Bureau of Land Management proposed 2 categorical exclusions from NEPA permitting requirements for timber salvage and thinning projects below 5,000 acres. If codified, these exclusions will provide critical tools for BLM to quickly remove potential fuel from our forests before wildfires break out. I introduced H.R. 8682, the Accelerating Forest Management Act, to permanently enact BLM's proposed permitting exclusion measures specifically for timber salvage projects. This legislation also includes language reauthorizing the Forest Ecosystem Health and Recovery Fund, which supports BLM efforts to quickly respond to wildfires and restore forest damage by fire and disease. By passing time-consuming permitting processes will allow for BLM and its partners to do necessary wildfire mitigation work in a timely fashion. Reducing these barriers will expedite removal of dead and dying timber from our forests and ensure fires on BLM lands don't get out of control. Today, we'll hear from Acting Montana State Forester Wyatt Frampton, who will provide insight into the current state of wildfire management in the West and how the passage of this legislation would allow states like Montana to more effectively partner with BLM on wildfire mitigation efforts. The Accelerating Forest Management Act is a common sense measure that will allow BLM to effectively manage its land, protecting both our environment and surrounding communities. I encourage my colleagues to support this measure, and I appreciate Chairman Tiffany for hosting this hearing. And on that, Mr. Chair, I yield back.